I'm not going to describe myself as optimistic, because I'm not, I would say. But I would describe myself as upbeat, certainly. Yeah, I try to put people in a, like, I try to make people happy. Like, think of freshman year in college, in terms of like everyone's like so isolated. Freshman year, you're 13, and that's the case. And so it's like high school, like my friendships revolved around like going to alumni, which was our cafeteria. And you would just eat and just talk for like hours. Like I would be there on Sundays, I'd be there from like, I'd show up at like 10:30 because that brunch opened at 10, and I would leave the cafeteria at like 7:30. And it would that wouldn't be that big of a thing. So it's like, big fan of food. It's just, how can you dislike it? I've been incredibly fortunate. I've had a pretty amazing life. Like I was born an expat, like which is already awesome. I'm grateful for that every day. I've recently decided I don't want to be a physician, but that still opens the route of like, hey, but maybe I'd really enjoy, like I remember a speaker came in, he was a field scientist of epidemics. And I was like, holy crap, that's amazing. Like you get to travel, which is a big thing that I want to be able to do, is I want to be an expat like my parents. You get to study like people, you get to study diseases. It's like, so for me, it's like, I came to college because it offered the most potential in terms of like, even just within this small thing of pre-med, there's still infinite possibilities within it. I don't plan to ever tell my parents about the esports program just because I don't need that drama in my life in terms of, I used to spend way too much time playing video games, and I recognize that now, and it didn't so much become like an issue in my life in that like I wasn't eating, and I wasn't studying, or it never became that. But it's just like, that's like kind of all I did as like hobby. And like created this drama within my family of, I never really pushed myself. I was always kind of satisfied with where I was, and they kind of blamed that on video games because I'd be like, I'd finish my work, and instead of like doing a little bit more to get it really well done, I'd be like, no, I'm happy with that, and I just play with friends and video games. And so it's like, there's a lot of just baggage that's part of video games. It's like why in high school I never played any. Like that's why I have so few hours in Overwatch compared to the rest of the team. I don't think my parents would trust me that I could balance it, both the esports and studies. And so now I almost feel like it's a chance to prove myself of that. Like, no, like I can take this seriously, get better. It's not that I'm just gonna not care about it, but still do it. But like actively be an active participant in it and it not consume my life. It's like a chance that I'll be like, a reveal to my parents eventually. It was like, I did all right, obviously, like I managed it, but you can't do that while you're in the story. You can only tell that as a conclusion.
See, I asked everybody who should be captain next year, and our coach, JCB, said that you should be captain next year. How does that make you feel?
I just got goosebumps. That's interesting, because you always want to be kind of like one of the shining people. You want to be one of the leaders. It's like you're always picking a fight with your superiority, and that's certainly true for me. I've gotten in trouble more times than I can count from that. It's interesting that now, because I don't feel that same desire, like I really want to be captain. There is a desire of like, yeah, like it's a privilege, it's an honor, like thank you. At the same time, like I know, like it's not middle school and elementary, but it's like suddenly like that has responsibilities. And it's like, it's a challenge, because I'm almost hesitant about the potential of me being captain. I don't know what we want to be. Do we want to be intensely competitive? Do we want it to be more leisurely? Like the person who's captain should represent something. Like you have to realize that once you're put in that position, you have to change. I'm excited for the opportunity, but wary for what it'll bring with it. It's possible that I could see myself in an esports career, because while I really enjoy science and stuff, my first priority is still just finishing pre-med, but by no means am I counting out the possibility that I would work within entertainment, and not just entertainment as a whole, but esports entertainment. At least from my perspective, esports has always been kind of like this foreign thing, and I've been like, oh, my parents would not let me do anything with that, but now I'm in college, so I don't have to worry about that. And it creates this cool opportunity of like, there's almost this bubble within esports that for me I found really hard to pierce in terms of seeing the industry side of it and becoming an actual kind of like business person within it. And something I'm grateful for, especially recently with esports, is that it's kind of shown some doors, and now it's just about me opening the doors.
What is Jonathan craving to eat right this second?
Yeah, I would really like to.
Yeah.